Oh yeah. You know what I think about the Heat, right? They straight up trash. Basura. Starting off the season 2-0. Technically, episode 3, CJ and Resto, but it's the second post game. Let's run it. Where's my theme music?
Yeah, you know who it is. It's your boy, DJ on the corner of County and and this is hashtag Celtics Nation. CJ Resto.
Hey yo, it's CJ Resto. CJ Resto. Yeah, it's CJ Resto. CJ Resto. He said it's CJ Resto. Who? CJ Resto. Hey yo, it's CJ Resto. Hey yo, it's CJ Resto. Yo, CJ Resto. Hey yo, it's CJ Resto. He said it's CJ Resto. Who? CJ Resto.
Oh, do we have some Miami Heat fans watching this today? I don't think we do. But if we do, what's up to y'all first? I'd like to welcome you to CJ where we tell y'all after your team loses to us that y'all are trash. Hold your applauses. My name is Hendrik Hernandez Resto, one half of the marvelous duo tag team champions of the Celtics podcast nations. Celtics, hashtag Celtics Nation to be specific. Hendrik Hernandez Resto, CJ and Resto. I'd like to welcome you to episode trace of CJ and Resto. And we got another win, ladies and gentlemen. That's all that matters. That one was scary. It did not look good. It looked like one of our guys was going to get injured again. Oh my God. Porzingis fouled out. Oh my God. Jaylen Brown had like 5 turnovers.
Oh my God.
Oh, thank you. But Lord Jesus, we squeaked it out by 8 points. And had to go on like a 16-4 run in the second quarter to this team of JV basketball players in second round. I can't believe, what is it with Miami? What is it with Jimmy Butler? It's just a headache every single time. We just, like, I don't know what it is about him. Every time we play them again, I keep thinking, oh, this is the time. This is what we're going to get. We're going to get them. We're going to blow them out by 1 million. And it'll always be like this. We'll always beat on them. And then boom, they do something. And I don't understand what it is that they do. They got Jimmy. They got Jimmy, and Jimmy just hates the Celtics for some reason. And he's the trauma that Jimmy Butler has caused us as fans. Bruh. Either way, Derek White, you're absolutely right, Melissa. Welcome back. We're here again. Thank you for joining us again, Melissa. I thank God for the team. They be talking about the depth on the team ain't that deep, but that top top six is top heavy like crazy. They're all very talented. So we got that hat. Shout out to CJ. CJ, we got the hat, dog. We got the hat. You know me, I want the finals hat or the coveted infinity hat with all of the NBA patches on it, like it's Thanos out here. But geez, we squeaked it out on the peoples, and you know me, I'm a stats guy. I want to look at the numbers, and excuse my squinty eyes. I'm wearing my contacts today because I was at a work function and I was looking all extra pretty and whatnot. You know, I had that dye lashes flapping and whatnot, because that's what I do. I be out there commingling. Either way, Jason Tatum, 22 points, was plus 13 tonight because he was 0 last night. That's good. Porzingis was minus 12 with 17 points. I'm sorry, Jason Tatum, I didn't read the rest of your stats. Let's run by him. He had 41 minutes. He was 9 of 22 from the field and 3 of 10 from 3-point. 1 of 3 from the free throw. Okay, that's fair. Homie had 8 rebounds, all defensive rebounds, and 5 assists, 1 steal. He had 2 turnovers, which is fair, and 4 fouls. It was a physical game. Everybody was out there flopping around, dropping, doing stupid stuff, getting texts, kicking the ball into the crowd, dunking it and letting it go by like you're supposed to, and getting a delay of game. I don't know. It was really weird. Porzingis had played 30 minutes, 6 of 12, 2 of 6 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw with 3 rebounds. I'm sorry, with 3 offensive rebounds, 6 defensive rebounds. So he ended up with 9 and 1 assist, 3 steals, a block, and it was a heck of a block too. On a guard running like mid range, just swatted him out the sky, bro. It's beautiful. Shout out to Porzingis for that block. 'Cause he's absolutely he's not Rob Williams on the blocks, but he is Rob Williams on the blocks. It seems like he be swatting him, bro. He's out there. He had a turnover and he fouled out of the game for a -12 with 17 points. Drew Holiday played 36 minutes, had 7 at 30. Ladies and gentlemen, just want to show you that this is what happens when you wait a game. He had what? The first game and scored 17. This this game he was +4. He had 2 fouls. He had 1 turnover. He had a block. Okay, he has 7 assists and 10 rebounds. Okay, like let's not act like that was a lightweight night, because that was not a lightweight night. And this is what happens when you just wait a night and you give people time. Different matchup, different situations are gonna call for different players on the team to fill different roles. And that's exactly what he did the first night. Not to mention it's the first night on a new team out in New York. I mean, the situation isn't familiar, so you can't really 1000% expect him to ball out 1,000,000%. But look, improvement. And I'm sure there's going to be some fallback, and then there's going to be some improvement, and then maybe a little bit of fallback, or maybe he'll just step on the throttle and he'll thrive in his position going forward. But you got to give it more than one game. Like, you guys are making league league wide and season long assessments after a game. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't work like that. There's 82 games that you gotta play. So just give it a little bit. Maybe somebody ate something for lunch and they had nerves the first night, and now they're settling into their roles. The same thing goes for and I'll skip over Derek White. I'll leave him for last because he was the leading scorer for the second leading scorer for the Celtics this game. Jaylen Brown. Thank you. Yeah, I was waiting for that. Thank you, King C's. Jaylen Brown had a night. And isn't it ironic that y'all were running your mouth about him last game? Like, lay off the dude. I'm not happy with the turnovers. He had 4. We got to work on that. But he had 27 on 11 of 22. That's 50% from the field, if you didn't know. 3 of 7 from 3. 2 of 4 on the free throws. I like for him to hit all 4 of those. If you're taking 4 free throws, I mean, if you're taking 12 and you miss 2, I could understand. But if you're taking 4, hit 4. But that's just me being picky. If I'm not being picky, he had 2 offensive rebounds and 4 defensive rebounds for 6 total. If you can add, and if you can't, then you're welcome. 1 assist, 2 steals. He didn't have any blocks. He did have the 4 turnovers. He was still +3 for the game, and he only had 1 foul. And you know he was out. He had 1 foul, so he was out there doing his damn thing. The bench, everybody from the bench was plus. Anybody that came off the
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Everybody that came off the bench was a plus minus +5 or better, +6 or better. Every single one of them. Sam Hauser, who only took 2 shots, was still plus minus better than that. Brissett was still plus with 2 shots. Al Horford took 6 shots and missed them all. Pritchard was 1 for 1. This team is top heavy, but the top half of this team is very experienced and very willing to play together. We're gonna get better, but I do see the legitimate concerns that are there. Like the rotation isn't deep, but Brissett got in this time, so you see another player getting in there and getting some minutes. And I know O'Shea Brissett's gonna be a fantastic player. He looks like he's dynamic enough. You got to remember, coaches don't just play anybody. If you don't know the system, they're not going to let you blow the game, because this was a game of possessions. Came down to a few. You make 2 mistakes in this game, and it's blown wide open. It's blown wide open. So you can't. And this team is trying to gel together and get confidence. So I understand why. I understand why Joe's keeping the rotations this short. You want to work the players that you have to believe, the best players that you have to believe in the system and what they have and to play with each other, to get comfortable with each other. And that will translate to the rest. That will translate to the rest of the team. I promise you. This is a good team. Um, I was a little worried there, but if you notice something, this team is not scared of close. This doesn't, it's only 2 games. Only 2 games. Bear with me. But this team has this team is very resilient. It looks like it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be a team that doesn't get shy in the fourth quarter or anything like that. Guys, what did you think? What did you think? Because that, yeah, Jonathan, thank you. That game was I like it when our team blows other teams out, but you got to be honest. There's no excitement when you're blowing a team out by 20. You can go make a sandwich and ignore the rest of the game when you're playing Charlotte and you're up by 40 in the third. You're not gonna have to worry about them. So these close games like this, while they drive my blood pressure through the roof, and I'm young enough where it'll come back down and I don't got to worry about it. They're the most exciting games that the NBA could ever that the NBA has to offer during the regular season. Very playoff atmosphere type of situations. Very high energy. You're welcome NBA because Boston sells out. Boston sells the NBA just as well as any other team, as any other organization, as any other city. Massachusetts sells the NBA just as well as any other place does. So I absolutely appreciate um, the energy that the fans bring there, and I'm sure the NBA does as well because we look good. We look good. What is this? I like when Drew. I'm sorry, I missed your comment. What good? What's good, Chris? Let's bring it back. I like when Drew brings the ball down late. Who? No, I'm joking. It's early, bro. The team needs to find it an identity. Yes, and I absolutely agree. It's gonna take a while, Chris. What did I say yesterday? You gotta give it to like December 25th, around there, around January. Been watching basketball 20 plus years. Once you get to like January, usually, unless you pull a miracle like the Celtics did a couple of years ago, but that's why that team was so, renowned at that time. And even now, when we think about them, that they lost in the finals, they were still a great team going into that finals loss. That was still an anomaly. That was a blip. That doesn't always happen. So I always know that once you get to January, that's what your team is. What up, Gabby? Welcome back. Happy to see that you're still around. Was good. I don't know if you're still in Australia, but welcome back. Is it that dad strength though? You know what I'm saying? Yo, we took that name all the way across the world apparently because the other people are using it. So shout out King C's for coming up with that. My nickname didn't stick. I was calling him Scary Hours. I like that one much better. It's a Wu-Tang song. It's a Drake song. I thought it was gonna hit. It didn't. It didn't. We need to rebound better and more posting for Porzingis. I agree. I think that would help. That would help with Porzingis. Um, I think that would help Porzingis get going. But every single night, somebody else is gonna have an opportunity. It's usually gonna be. So here's what I think. It's not gonna be one player. They keep talking about every night one of those guys. No, it's gonna be two guys. Every single night, two guys are gonna go off. Tonight it was Jalen Brown and Derek White. Last night it was Jason Tatum. Look at this. These people be calling me. How dare they? How dare they call me in the middle of the show? Like they don't know I'm in the middle of the show. Either way, last night it was Porzingis and Tatum, and tonight it was Dad Strength and Juice. And tomorrow or the next game, it might be Drew and Al Horford who do it. I know you heard about the legendary meeting that the Six had, and I don't think I've ever heard of such a thing where six players have agreed to continuously rotate the rotation and people come off the bench. Like you got some high paid players there. You got some people playing for MVPs and finals MVPs and probably most improved players or defensive players of the year, right? Um, Comeback player of the year. Um, and that they agreed to do that is pretty interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that I've ever heard of such a thing, but I'm pretty sure that it's happened and I might have missed it. But if I haven't, I kind of really wouldn't be surprised. The team seems excellent. And Yeah, 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 yeah. Still out there. Still out there. Word, Gabby. I'm happy to see that. Um, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever heard a team discuss between their top six players that they were going to rotate continuously. That's pretty cool, and it's something to keep your eye on for in the most positive way. In the most positive way, I think this team was. This team seems to be kind of special, even just on paper, not just on paper, but um, spiritually, it seems kind of special. I don't know if anybody else feels that same way. It's a. I don't think I've ever heard of a team do that. So, and even though not everybody played their very best tonight, there's some things we got to clean up. If this team was really good from the jump, I'd be worried. Like if this team was perfect and firing on all cylinders, I think I would be worried because that's the most unlikely situation. This is very typical of a team of players who haven't played together for a long time, and this still looks good. As far as I'm concerned, if you look at the if you look at the wins and losses, we're undefeated. So technically, player of the game goes to you know who it goes to, boy. He goes to that man, dad strength. Who else? Derek White, captain and president and official member of the bald-headed bearded guys club. Um, we just need that man. He knows how to ball out in high situations, and I worry when we have to give him a bag because he's gonna ask for a bag and he's gonna deserve that bag. Um, every single night we have one of six, maybe even seven players who can get player of the game. Probably go off for 30. I don't know. This team is actually deep. It's just deep and top heavy. The rotations are gonna get really weird towards the end of the season. You're gonna see that get really funky, but because you're gonna see who rounds out the rest of the team. But by December, we'll know who's doing what. Dak's strength is the absolute beast. You know, I've always, as much as we've enjoyed him and he's played really well, I always just kind of sleep on him. And I don't know why he named his son Hendrix. He must be a genius. So let's see what's going. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the season rolls out. Shout out Dad Strength, man. No, Dad Strength. Full applause to Dad Strength. Because he balled out tonight, and in plenty of situations at the end of that game in that fourth quarter, he had some big shots. He had a big three at the end of the game. He had a huge block on Jimmy at the rim. That's a highlight you're gonna see for a long time. I'm sure. I'm sure CJ is gonna have a day's edit tomorrow with that block on it like crazy, son. I hope he picks one of my songs. Pick one of my songs, CJ. Um, but yeah, yo, hey, what a crazy game. It was tight. They were whooping our you know what? I try not to curse on the air, guys. Sorry, I'm not trying to be corny and sound like a dad. They were whooping our asses for most of that game, for most of that first half, and then it got close. We kept it pretty close. It was going back and forth. We kept the lead on them, and we didn't give it up. So that shows good resilience. And then Porzingis went out, and because this team isn't relying on one or two players, you kind of just shrug it off and you're like, all right, cool. Next man step up. And the next man that steps up is Al Horford, who's been to the finals with this team and has been on this team in two separate iterations now, it seems like, for like ever. Al Horford's been on this team almost 10 years, it feels like. And he's left the team and played for two other teams in between. Um, so we have a great rotation and the team just seems fine. I don't know, on paper, mathematically, and even spiritually, it just sounds like this team is gonna be pretty good, guys. And I'm happy. I'm happy it's as deep as it is. Um, but it's Dash Strengths night tonight, Jonathan. You know what we doing out here. That's the homie. That's the God. Sheesh. Um, what we got? We got shout outs. We gonna hit him with the shout outs. Shout out Jonathan Pierce. Shout out Gabby Poe. Shout out Denisha. Denisha, is you at the game? I think Denisha was at the game. She had some crazy seats. She had seats close enough to throw gum. I know that was for sure. Um, I'm jelly. I'll say that. I'll say that, Denisha. I was jelly at them seats. What does it say? That's a long one. I had a good. Yeah, see, she was at the game. Good word. That's what's up. Good night at the game. The parking garage is my least favorite place. I'm not even gonna say that. But yes, I agree. Team has chemistry. It looks dope. I feel very, very, very confident about the team. I'll let you, bruh. That the defense is it does leave something to be desired, but the rotations, the defensive rotations, not the substitution rotation, not the player rotations. Those defensive rotations are gonna get better. There are gonna be limitations. Porzingis can't move left to right. That's where you have a trade off with Rob Williams because Rob Williams could stay with guards. Porzingis can to an extent, but not as well as Rob Williams. And then what the situation turns into is that you have a loss. You have somebody getting beat on a rotation, and then it kind of just hurts the situation. So um, it looks good, man. It looks good. It looks good. We destroyed Emo Jimmy and the Heat, bro. That sounds like a band, Emo Jimmy and the Heat. Oh, we gotta watch out because that actually sounds like something that might come out of them. Pause. That might come out of Jimmy Butler and the Heat is a band called that. Pause. Oh, that came out quick. Damn, you good, Chris? You good, C's? Um, Shout out to Nisha. Shout out Melissa. Shout out to thoughts on Al Horford coming off the bench. Ooh, the team already discussed it, right? They had a discussion about it, and they all seem to be in an agreement with each other to make this rotation work. That's everybody seeing everybody as an equal. That I can appreciate. That I can absolutely appreciate. So I don't mind. I don't. Al Horford's a professional, and he's later on in his career. He deserves to start too. So it's nice that everybody's gonna play nice with each other and make it happen. Yeah. Let's applaud these grown men for behaving maturely and not having egos the size of mountains when no disrespect to the profession. We're playing basketball out here. It's basketball, so let's make it work. It's a team sport too, so anybody that's disgruntled is gonna have it's gonna disrupt it for the team. And I think they might have learned that with some players last year, right? I think they might have learned that with some players that departed from the team, that if somebody's disgruntled, it's probably going to disrupt their chances of winning. So I'm happy to see that everybody's coming back and that we have our regulars. Uh, yeah, Denisha, you had 6 seats, bro. That was amazing. They were beautiful seats. I saw the view. I'm happy that you got to enjoy the game, and I'm happy that you got to catch the win because I'm sure the atmosphere in there was through the roof. I was just saying earlier that Boston and Massachusetts and the Celtics organization sell the NBA just as well as anybody else can. Not Jimmy. I will not say that. I will not say that, Sadid. Um, Jimmy is not all talk. That man can ball, and he's broken our hearts before, and he's hurt us before. So I am not trying to instigate with Jimmy Butler, bro, because he's really done some work. It's a win, but it's not in convincing fashion, and we didn't have to hero. Well, oh my God, headband hero. I couldn't even recognize him. I couldn't even recognize him, fam. And he was hitting them shots, bro. Yeah. They're still not a good team to me. Like, that's not a sick team that should be putting that much work on us, man. They really, where's my button? They really be trash. Basura. They really not, they're really not built like that. Um, but Jimmy Butler is not all talk for real. So you gotta come rock with us. Come on, Denisha. We gonna have to do that. We gonna have to do that for real. Cause I was trying to not go to a game this year because I'm like, I always go and I get tired and then I got the kids the next morning. But if you inviting us and it's a sweet rental and we going in there in luxury fashion, then I'm just gonna have to show up. I'm gonna have to take one for the team. Gonna have to take one for the team. But Derek White did do his thing tonight. I'm happy that the man, happy that we didn't trade him or anything like that. Happy that he wasn't in trade talks. I'm sure they were asking for him, but I'm happy that we kept it to ourselves. Happy that the team is uh game 2, bro. Let's relax. Let's relax. Let's lower our expectations. We can expect that they're gonna win a championship, but they can't win it in 2 games. So relax. I mean, the Suns are stacked and they lost to the Lakers. So let's just relax. Shout out Melissa. Shout out Megan. Shout out Denisha. Shout out Jonathan. Shout out Tony. Shout out Vivian. Shout out uh, Tanisha. Uh, and all the people that have been watching. Shout out the homie. Shout out CJ. He couldn't be here today. Um, Shout out C's because he's the man. Um, I'm not doing nothing new, man. I ain't got nothing coming. That's a lie. I'm working on music constantly. I'm working on stuff for Bristol County Castro always. So what? Shout out the homie. Shout out Ian Morgan. Shout out Matt Da Silva. Shout out Tyrone Gerard. Shout out C's because he's the king of all of this. Shout out to my wife because she's always watching the kids, and my son is awake right now. He's watching SpongeBob and stuff like that. Like he's just flicking through the channels, YouTube channels, by the way, because he likes to watch YouTube. But shout out my wife because she watches. She be holding down the babies while I be doing this. Shout out King C's. We got that hat. This is what we do. We be out here, Celtics Nation. You know we love you. Yo, slide back slide back into the bushes, my brother, and stay over there with that energy. I know a couple Miami Heat fans was waiting for me to come back and be like, "Oh man, we gonna give them the work." After y'all lost in the finals the same way we did the year before, so I ain't even trying to hear nothing, bro. We ain't trying to clown y'all, but we got you today. We got you today. And I'm sure we'll see you guys soon. My name is Hendrik Hernandez Resto, one half of the Marvelous Duo, the tag team champions of the Celtics Nation world. Hashtag Celtics Nation to be specific. CJ and Resto. We got another win. It's 2-0. This is episode Trays. We love y'all. Thank you for joining us again. Thank you for leaving the game that you attended right now to see us. Like that's a big deal. I don't know if you noticed, but we kind of big. We blowing up. Yes. We thank the studio audience for being here in my studio. We appreciate the studio audience. You guys are the very best. You guys are not trash or basura. Until next time, my friends, I'll be here. We'll see if we can get CJ rocking with us again. C's, you the man's dog. You running that from like, boy, them things is fast as hell. Your fingers is quick. You out here making them sounds running, bro.
No one knows what it
2-0,
means.
baby.
It's provocative. It gets the people going.
It always gets the people going. 2-0, undefeated. Boston Celtics beat the Miami Heat in Boston 119-111. Squeak it out. No overtime. Jason Tatum, decent night. Porzingis fouled out. Dad strength with the game of the night and high scorer of the night. Jrue Holiday showing what he's worth with a damn near triple double. JB with an efficient scoring night, second leading scorer of the game. We want y'all to follow the pages, hashtag Celtics Nation, CJ and Resto, Sleepless in New England. You can follow Hendrik Hernandez Resto as well. You can follow Day Edits as well. We out here. Follow us, subscribe to the channels, comment. You can subscribe with a paid subscription because we appreciate that. Send stars so that we can keep doing this. A couple of days ago, we had Anna Horford on here. That is, yes, Anna Horford, the Anna Horford. Al Horford's sister, or the guy who's Anna Horford's brother plays in the NBA. That's how we say it. We fans say Anna Horford just as much as we are of Al Horford. We had her on the show. We got some more. I don't want to spoil nothing. I don't want to say nothing, you know what I'm saying? But we got some people coming through. You know what I'm saying? We might have some people coming through to up the ante. Some Celtics personalities that you guys know and love. And it's all possible because you guys are helping us grow. Whether you're sending stars or not, but the stars help. Whether you're subscribing or not, but obviously the subscribing helps. Whether you're following or not, because if you're watching, it helps. But obviously the following helps. Liking helps. Sharing helps. You know that we provide the best memes of all the Celtics pages that there's ever been in the history of Celtics pages. You know, we provide you with the best content, the most original stuff. We are the most Celtic fans of all the Celtics pages out there. And we do it because you guys are the best fans. You guys are the best supporters. You guys are the best family that we could ask for on this show. And we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We hope you have a good night. We thank you for watching CJ and Resto, hashtag Celtics Nation. We got superhero theme music that's gonna play in a second. Yeah, it was made by the boy right here, that DJ on the corner of county's the homie. We love him too. But Jimmy Butler in the Heat, trash. Basura.
It's your boy, DJ on the corner of County and this is hashtag Celtics Nation. CJ Resto.
Hey yo, it's CJ Resto. CJ Resto. Yeah, it's CJ Resto. CJ Resto. He said it's CJ Resto. Who? CJ Resto. Hey yo, it's CJ Resto. Hey yo, it's CJ.